गिरिवरधारी Yashodanandana Brajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajanaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Govardhan Puja Mahamotsav ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Gaur Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 24th, entitled Worshipping Govardhan Hill, text number 36. Tasmai Namo Vraja Janai Saha Chakra Atmanatmane Aho Pashat Shailasau Rupino Anugraham Vyadhat Tasmai Namo Vraja Janai Saha Chakra Atmanatmane Aho Pashat Shailosau Rupino Nugraham Vyadhat Tasmai Namo Vraja Janai Saha Chakra Atmanatmane Aho Pashat Shailosau Rupino Nugraham Vyadhat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Together with the people of Vraja, the Lord Krishna bowed down to this form of Govardhan Hill, thus in effect offering obeisances to himself. Then he said, just see how this hill has appeared in person and bestowed mercy upon us. Purport. It is clear from this verse that Lord Krishna had expanded himself and was appearing in his normal form among the festival goers of Vrindavan while simultaneously manifesting himself as a great form of Govardhan hill. Thus, in his form as a child, Krishna led the residents of Vrindavan in bowing down to his new incarnation as Govardhan Hill, and to all he pointed out the great mercy bestowed by his divine form of Govardhan. Lord Krishna's amazing transcendent activities were certainly in keeping with the festive atmosphere. Om Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Ena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Uzo Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyanta Deshatarine Namo Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pranayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tishe Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I seek blessings of all wonderful devotees assembled here so that I can speak something on occasion of this great festival, Govardhan Puja, for my own purification. I'm so happy and amazed that on very special occasion of Govardhan Puja, we had darshan of Giriraj Govardhan here. Haribo! Special thanks to Radharaman and Mataji for bringing them here so that all of us can get beautiful darshan on this beautiful, wonderful, special occasion. So this shows actually Lord is a person and Lord is always eager to reciprocate with desires of devotees. I'm sure many of you may be desiring to have darshan, so Lord has come. So he's a person. And this especially festival. There are many festivals started by different personalities, but this festival and of Govardhan Puja was personally started by Krishna 5,000 years ago. Before that, next day of Diwali, there used to be grand Indra Puja. but it was Krishna who changed that tradition. When Krishna saw that Indra was little puffed up, and so Krishna wanted to purify him. So that is Krishna's special mercy. Actually, through this pastime of Govardhan Puja, Krishna protected many devotees. And one of the devotees whom Krishna protected was Indra. So Krishna protected Indra from the greatest enemy of false pride. So Krishna is a very special Lord. Krishna is genuinely concerned for welfare of everyone and especially his devotees. And whenever he sees that devotees are getting little distracted uh, and they are going in some wrong path, immediately Krishna intervenes. If those devotees are very special devotees for him, and if they are no, so Krishna may personally mm, make some arrangements. So Indra is very special devotee in that sense. Mm. So many people get popped up, but it's not that Krishna interferes, no? And people get puffed up, and then that leads to their fall. But because Indra is a empowered servant of Krishna, is doing great service, Krishna took special interest in him and interfered and purified him through this pastime. So we see that Krishna doesn't show this mercy on all. Yasyam anugrahanami harishe tadhanam shane. So when Krishna wants to show special mercy, which he doesn't show on everyone, he may take away everything. Sometimes people feel afraid, oh Bapre, if I become devotee of Krishna, maybe Krishna will take away everything. No, Krishna doesn't take off everything from everyone, only from his special devotees. Most of the devotees, Krishna may give what they want in the beginning. Mm. But only if devotee is really serious, sincere, and Krishna is really uh, concerned about him, Krishna may interfere. So one should not think that Indra is a something ordinary person. Indra is very special. Indra is greater than all of us, and he is doing special service, and Krishna is using him in his pastimes. Sometimes Prabhupada used to tell that there is saying that mother-in-law teaches daughter-in-law through chastising daughter, because mother-in-law has a relation with daughter. No, she may not chastise daughter-in-law immediately. It may be difficult. So she teaches daughter-in-law through daughter by chastising daughter or rectifying daughter. Similarly, Krishna teaches whole world by maybe apparently chastising or reprimanding his own devotees. So in that sense, Indra is special because Krishna is using Indra uh, not only to purify him, but Krishna is using Indra to teach everybody the dangers of false pride. When one gets puffed up, naturally it slackens one's service attitude, and that is a great obstacle in pure devotional service. So we see uh, this pastime took place on Indra Puja day in one sense, when all Vrajavasis, headed by Nanda Maharaj, were making elaborate arrangements, so huge. Everybody was busy cooking big, a lot of items. Everybody was making. Brahmanas were ready, making big yagyas and all these things. So it was very festive, grand mood, festive mood. So little Krishna, 7 years old, he went to Nanda Maharaj and said, "My dear father, what all arrangements going on?" Now Krishna knows everything, but still, he's asking. Nanda Maharaj thought, "Arey, he's a child. Krishna is small child, 7 years old. What does he understand?" He said, "No, no, there is special festival today, so we are busy." He didn't want to explain what is happening. He said, "Hmm, Kana, you just play, no problem. We are engaged in these festivities. Don't worry." Then Krishna said, no, no. Why you are trying to keep something secret? He said, generally between family members and where there is intimate relationships, there are no secrets. And I am your son. So you should tell me what is happening. So I will also know, I will also learn. And then Nanda Maharaj explained that how every year from mm, time immemorial, this culture is being passed down. That on this day we worship Indra. He said we are cowherd community. Our community is dependent on cows, and cows are dependent on grass, and grass comes when there is rains. So in that sense, we are dependent on rains, and Indra is the giver of rain. He is the god who gives rain. So once a year, as act of gratitude, we offer puja to Indra. So we are making all elaborate, wonderful arrangement to worship Indra, and thus express our gratitude to Indra. So when Krishna heard it, uh, uh, immediately he smiled and he started speaking such sweet words to Nanda Maharaj and completely bewildered Nanda Maharaj. Apparently, Krishna spoke false philosophy. Krishna spoke karma mimamsa philosophy, mm, uh, which is little atheistic and which is not the perfect philosophy. But still, just to convince Nanda Maharaj to stop Indra Puja, he spoke that philosophy. He said, my dear Papa, why there is need to worship Indra? You see, in this world, if you do good karma, we'll get good results. So we should only focus on doing nice karma. We don't have to worry about this Indra and anything. Anyway, they are obliged to do give what we deserve. If you are doing good karma, anyway rains will come, everything will wonderful. Hmm? So there is no need to worship Indra or anybody else like that. And he said, moreover, if you are thinking of dependence, actually we are dependent on mercy of cows, mercy of brahmanas, and cows are dependent on Govardhan. So if you really want to worship, then it is best that we worship Govardhan. So we see that Krishna explains, Prabhupada explains in Krishna book about this karma mimamsa philosophy, how it is atheistic because uh, people, people also think nowadays there are some class of people think I do my karma. If I do good, I will get good. If I do bad, I will get bad. So karma is all important. So we focus on karma. But Prabhupada questions, he says that they don't understand. If you do good karma, somebody has to give you good results. So who is that person who is giving results? Hmm? He's above the results. So people don't understand that. Krishna also explains in Bhagavad Gita that there are five factors that leads to any action. For example, if you want to have a nice prasad today, nice. So naturally, we need most important. We need some cook, mm. But cook alone cannot make everything ready. There is need of some ingredients. Imagine cook is there, but there are no ingredients. Can prasad be ready? There has to be rice, dal, sabji, spices, whatever. Ingredients are also required. Definitely cook is required, but ingredients are also required. Only ingredients, are it sufficient? Imagine cook is there, ingredients are there, but there are no vessels, there are no instruments, there is no stove, there is no fire. Will it? Is it possible to cook? We need instrument also. Maybe vessels are required, pots are required, some steering instruments are required. So instruments are also required. Now imagine there is cook, there are ingredients, and there are mm, instruments, vessels, all these things. Uh, can be assured that prasadam will be ready. Huh? What is required? Okay, gas is there, time is also there. Mm. Huh? Endeavor is required. Imagine cook doesn't just cook isn't sitting in kitchen, he doesn't work. He has to put effort. Yeah, it's just by the presence of a person, things don't happen. person has to put efforts. Without effort, things won't automatically happen. Now imagine cook is there, and then all ingredients are there, vessels are there, instruments are there, and cook is also putting his best effort. Cook is also a person with great knowledge. He knows he's expert. He has experience. Mm, he knows how to cook, how to not to cook. All that he's he's a experienced person, and he has all the ingredients required. And gas is also there, fire is also there, everything is there. All instruments are there, vessels are there, and he's also putting efforts. Can we be assured that we'll get prasadam? Mm. Why? Huh? So everything may be there, but there is fifth factor and the most important factor. Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita that that is daiva. That is sanction of Supreme Lord. Unless Supreme Lord sanctions, all perfect arrangement be there, Prasad may not get ready. All of a sudden, there may be some sport explosion in kitchen, and instead of Prasad, something else will happen. So anything can go wrong. Mm. So just because somebody is expert, experienced, or because just everything is all right, doesn't mean that uh, result will be there. Unless Krishna sanctions, unless Krishna blesses, final result won't come. And most important thing is actually Krishna's mercy. If Krishna wants, there may be no cook, there may be no ingredient, there may be no vessel, there may be no way, but prasad can come. Is it possible? Is it possible? Possible. The most important factor is actually Daiva or Krishna's mercy. So, Krishna was speaking this materialistic philosophy, atheistic philosophy, which he refutes in Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, but anyway, sometimes Krishna speaks different things in different occasions to bewilder people also. So therefore, actually, we need guru. Sometimes if we just depend on Krishna, we may get confused also. So Krishna. So if you want to really understand heart of Krishna, we need a guru. And otherwise we may get bewildered. So anyway, Krishna is so expert. He convinced Nanda Maharaj, and he convinced all the Vrajavasis, and all the Vrajavasis finally agreed. Okay, whatever Lala says, let's do it. Earlier they gave some suggestion. They said, okay, you want to do Govardhan Puja, no problem, we'll do. But let's do Indra Puja today. Tomorrow we'll do Govardhan Puja. We understand you want that we should do Govardhan Puja. We'll do it tomorrow. Let's do today Indra Puja. But Krishna convinced, no. We have to do today only Govardhan Puja, and we have to do with the same ingredients which are made for Indra. So, and then all Vrajavasis said, okay, if this is what pleases Krishna, let us do. Actually, Vrajavasis, they know their personalities, demigods. They know Indra is there. They know Indra, Chandra, Varun, why all these devatas are there. And they know if you do puja, they are pleased. And they also know if you don't do puja, they may get displeased also. So when they were saying, okay, Krishna, let's do Govardhan Puja, let's forget Indra Puja, that means they were also ready to face the consequences of it. Ordinary person, now ordinary people don't have faith in demigods only, so they don't mind not doing puja. but mm, but they may worship uh, big industrialist, businessman, or politician, big man, in this material world, because they don't know bigger people. They worship small people here, and generally people are very careful of dealing with big people. They know if I displease them, they can do great harm. But Vrajavasis, they were so innocent and simple. They didn't mind for sake of pleasing Krishna to do anything. That is speciality of Vrajavasis. Their love for Krishna was so much that they forgot everything about fear. In this material world, most of the activities of conditioned soul are motivated by fear. People are uh, uh, doing this, doing that. Why? Mostly because of fear. अरे ये नहीं करूँगा तो ये problem होगा, ये नहीं करूँगा ये problem. And if there is no fear, then they may be lazy, not do anything. So, so most of the things are motivated by fear. But we see that Brajavasis, their mere motivation was to please Krishna, and they didn't mind. They were fearless. They didn't worry about any of those fears. No, actually, root cause of all fears is desire separate from pleasing Krishna. When we have desire to please Krishna all the time, please Guru, please Vaishnavas, then one can be fearless. But if you have some material desire, when we have some desire, we separate from desire to serve Guru, Krishna, Vaishnavas. That can create fear in the heart. But Vrajavasis, because they had no material desires, their only desire is to please Krishna, they had least fear. They just happily agreed with Krishna's proposal to serve Krishna, please Krishna. Hmm? That is actually speciality of Vrajavasis. In material world, conditioned soul, he thinks if I fulfill my desire, actually that will lead me to happiness. People think, okay, serving Krishna is okay, but I need this desire. If somehow that I can get my desire fulfilled, then I'll be peaceful. Then I'll be secure. Then I'll be happy. Sometimes we see people say, no, Prabhu, yes, yes, Prabhu. mm, I would like to worship Krishna. I would like to chant, but no, I'm just concerned of this desire, because if this desire is fulfilled, then I'll be little peaceful. Then I'll be little secure. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll serve Krishna. But actually, this is greatest Maya. Mm, we have separate desires, and actually, that are the cause of fear. That are cause of insecurity. That are cause of miseries. But Maya tricks us and convinces us that if you can fulfill your separate desire, you will be happy. So this Brajavasis had no separate desires. When Krishna spoke and they understood this will please Krishna, let's do it. So they made elaborate arrangements. Krishna also taught them how to do this festival. He told how one should worship cows, how one should worship brahmanas, and how especially one should cook lot of food items and offer that to Govardhan. So all Vrajavasis, they made so many elaborate milk items and many other items, and then everybody went, carried all those things, and went at the foothills of Govardhan, big mountain like rice and dal and sabjis and sweets and pakoras and so many things, and they offered to Govardhan. So here we see in today's verse, mm, mm, by mercy of Krishna, Govardhan manifested in personal form. Govardhan is non different from Krishna. So in this today's verse, it is said that Krishna himself expanded and manifested in at the top of Govardhan, mm, in form of Govardhan, in person, and spoke to them that my dear Brajavasis, I have manifested here to accept all your offerings. So 5,000 years ago, when first Govardhan Puja was celebrated, Govardhan personally spoke and manifested and personally extended his hands and ate everything. There was like mountain of rice and the lakes of all that sweets and all the dals and all this various. Gordon ate everything personally, and everybody was able to see with their own eyes, and they were so happy. They were not concerned, अरे बाप रे सब खा लिया हमको क्या मिलेगा, Sometimes we are offering, and we are worried अरे हमको मिलेगा कि नहीं. I remember first time I went to Rundavan, uh, I got that some offerings to Radha Shamsudan and I gave. was thinking, बाप रे भगवान ने खा लिया तो क्या होगा है ना मुझे घर लेके जाना है ना so sometimes we are very afraid whether we are offering but we are afraid whether we whether we'll get or not, you know. So anyway, Krishna is very personal and very merciful. He accepts and he will return you back also, so there should no fear in giving to Krishna. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So Govardhan ate everything in personal form. So we see Govardhan is a person. He is incarnation of Krishna. He is not just a mountain, just a stone. We see this river Ganga is not just water. River Ganga is also personality. How many of you believe Mother Ganga personality is there? Hmm? Just not water. Hmm? And we see Mother Ganga's son is Bhishma. Ganga Putra Bhishma. So if we study scriptures, we understand this. If you don't know scriptures, we'll think this is water only, you know. Yamuna is a person. Kalindi. Similarly, Himalaya is not just mountain. Himalaya is a person. Hmm? Hmm. And Himalaya has a very special daughter. Who is she? Parvati, you know. Parvati, Parvat, mountain. Parvati is a daughter of mountain. Parvati is very uh, powerful personality, you know. So, wife of Lord Shiva. So, this Himalaya is not just a mountain, he's a person, great personality. Similarly, Govardhan is also not just a mountain with of stones, but he's a person. And he's supreme personality of God himself. So when we are taking darshan of Govardhan, we should know he's Krishna himself. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first saw Govardhan, he just fainted, unconscious, seeing the darshan of Govardhan. He was not seeing that mountain, he was seeing Krishna. And he fainted. And we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to worship Govardhan Shila. And he used to put Govardhan Shila on his chest and he used to cry tears. He was in separation of Krishna. And when he got that Govardhan Shila, he was feeling so happy. He was just crying tears. And he was just bathing that Govardhan Shila with the tears. So he was not just seeing a stone. He understood his Krishna himself. So therefore, when Sri Chaitanya went to Vrindavan, went to Govardhan, he did not climb Govardhan hill. He was thinking, "Arey, he's Krishna. How can I climb on his body?" At the same time, there was beautiful Giridhari Gopal on the top of Govardhan. He wanted to have darshan. So Sri Chaitanya arranged some rumors to spread that some Pathans are coming, and then all pujaris got worried and they brought the deities below. And Mahaprabhu had that darshan. So Mahaprabhu didn't climb Govardhan because he understood Govardhan is Krishna himself. His biggest deity, 22 kilometer perimeter is there, no? Parikrama, that huge deity, you know. We have in temples small deities, you know, but Govardhan is very huge deity, you know. Every stone is Krishna. So therefore, when we are doing parikrama of Govardhan, we should be very careful while walking. We should not step on any stone. Also, one should not just pick up any stone, put in pocket and bring home. So, because this Krishna himself. So unless spiritual master blesses or senior Vaishnava bless and they gift us so that we can serve, then only we can get. Otherwise, one should just go to Govardhan, worship, pray, and come. So Govardhan is Krishna himself. In Vrindavan, we see all great personalities are there in form of mountain. Lord Brahma is there in form of mountain, and Lord Brahma is there in form of mountain in Barsana. In Barsana, there are four hills are there. There are four heads of Brahma. In Lord Shiva is there in Vrindavan in form mountain. At which place? Nandagaon. So Nanda Maharaj palace is on top of mountain. That mountain is Lord Shiva himself. He's not just ordinary uh, mountain. And in Vrindavan, Krishna himself or Vishnu himself is there in form of mountain, in form of Govardhan. So all these great personalities have become mountain with just one desire to get the dust of lotus feet of Vrajavasis. Vrajavasis are so exalted because their love is so exalted. And therefore, all these great personalities are surrendering to Vrajavasis, surrendering to their love. mm, And they have taken this form of mountain just to worship Vrajavasis and take their dust on their feet. So Brahmaji, Shivji, in Supreme Lord, Krishna or Vishnu is taking dust of all Vrajavasis. So you can understand how glorious these Vrajavasis are. So Krishna explained how Govardhan Puja should be done, and then they offered, Govardhan manifested, ate everything, and then after everything was eaten, Govardhan said, Anyor! He said, everybody, Anyor! 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 Give me more. Anyor means, please give me more. He ate everything. And all Rajavas is wondering, they whatever they had, everything they had cooked and offered. Now what they will give? Then they offered Tulsi. Mm, and Govardhan was satisfied. Hari Bol. So when you offer Tulsi to Krishna, Krishna becomes fully satisfied. So and after that, uh, everything honoring, mm, Govardhan again remanifested all the bhoga. Now this bhoga had become prasad. Krishna in form of Govardhan accepted all the bhoga and returned it back in form of prasad. That is Krishna's mercy. Krishna is Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Evava Shishyate. Ordinarily 1 minus 1 equal to 0. But Krishna is complete and perfect. One. And he may eat all prasad. And by his mercy, all prasad may remain. 1 minus 1 equal to 1. That is Krishna's transcendental nature. Krishna expands himself, but still he remains same. Similarly, Krishna may eat prasad and still all prasad may also remain. So prasad is not ordinary. Prasad is transcendental. So then Krishna arranged to distribute that prasadam to everybody. Everybody got prasadam. Brahmanas got prasadam. All coward people got prasadam. Poor people got prasadam. Even animals and dogs and cats and everybody was fed sufficient prasadam. And everybody was very happy. And after that, Krishna led them on a Govardhan Parikrama. So everybody, followed Krishna and everybody, So Krishna himself taught how to worship Govardhan. And one aspect of worshiping Govardhan is to do parikrama. So today we are also arranging small Govardhan. We can do parikrama. Also, if you do parikrama of this temple hall, your Govardhan is there. It will be parikrama of Govardhan also. So you can get all the benefits of doing Govardhan puja just by following doing this parikrama here. So Krishna led everybody in this parikrama, and parikrama is a long parikrama. So, but devotees were so ecstatic, so happy. They were thinking, "Arey, so many years we have been doing this Indra Puja, but it was very boring." But this Govardhan was so nice. Govardhan personally manifested, and Govardhan personally spoke, personally ate, and and there was so much of prasad and distribution, and now the chanting and dancing and singing and going around. Everybody is ecstatic. So this is actually secret. When we water the root, whole tree gets nourished. When we put food in stomach, whole body gets energy. Similarly, when we serve Krishna, everybody is happy. If by serving anybody else, we won't get that much happiness. You may do this puja, that puja, so many demigod worship, you won't be happy. serve Krishna, one will be completely happy. And that is one of the teachings Krishna wanted to teach whole world. Why you are worshipping demigods? You just worship me, and you will be very happy. You don't have to worship so many millions of demigods. You just worship me. Krishna says, Sarva dharman partija mam ekam sharanam raja. Ham tom sarva papipe mokshisham masuja. Do not fear. I will protect you. So Vrajavasis gave up Indra Puja. They served Govardhan, who is not different from Krishna, and they were fearless. And everybody was so ecstatic. And after Govardhan Puja got over, and Krishna led everybody back to their homes, everybody was so blissful. They had never had such ecstatic experience. Mm, So everybody is happy except one person. Mm. Who was unhappy? Indra was so unhappy. He was so upset. He felt so humiliated that on the day of my puja, here is this little talkative boy of 7 years. He's speaking such all useless stuff and fooling all these people. And these foolish people are also blindly following him. I have to teach them a good lesson. So he was so angry and he was filled with this revengeful attitude. He thought, today I am going to destroy entire Rundavan and entire Vrajavasi community. So immediately he called out for all clouds and go and shower torrential rains. Now rainy season already over now, you see. But now Indra is calling back again for uh, rain clouds. Meanwhile, and not only called ordinary clouds, he called Samartha clouds. Samartha clouds are called at time of annihilation, destruction. And they were wondering what happened. Indra said, don't question me anything. Just do it. Just go and destroy entire Vrindavan. These Vrajavasis have become so puffed up. They have become very egoistic. They have to be taught a good lesson. So we see this is actually nature of conditioned soul. Conditioned soul, Atmat Maneti Jagat. Indra was puffed up and he was thinking this Vrajavasis have become puffed up and they have to be, taught a good lesson. Similarly, sometimes we think, oh, this person very envious. Sometimes we are envious and we impose our enviousness on others. So this is Atmat Manyati Jagat. Anyway, Indra sent some of the clouds and they went and they started showering torrents of rain. All Rajavasis got confused, bewildered. So immediately they went and started calling Krishna, please help. So when Krishna saw Rajavasis in anxiety, immediately Krishna said, don't worry, please follow me. And Krishna just walked towards Govardhan and he lifted Govardhan with his left hand and he put the Govardhan on top of his left finger, nail of the left finger, just insignificant part of the left finger. He just lifted Govardhan as if a child lifts mushroom so effortlessly. And he told all Rajas, don't worry, you just come under shelter of Govardhan. Govardhan is so pleased with all of you. He has become very light and he has become like umbrella. So don't worry. He will, because you have done such wonderful service to him, he will protect you from all danger. Hmm? So all Vrajavasis, millions or billions of Vrajavasis came. And they were all under Govardhan. We see Krishna showed entire universe in one mouth, small little mouth, when he was just a year old. Krishna can put entire universe in one mouth. Uh, what to speak of putting entire Rundavan under the Govardhan? So even if whole universe comes, Krishna can give shelter to entire universe under Govardhan. Because Govardhan is also non-different from Krishna. Govardhan is unlimited. So Govardhan has unlimited capacity to expand and protect and all this. So, so everybody came, and here outside there are so much torrents of rain. Rain was falling as if like pillars, huge. It was not drops, pillars of rains. and there was so much of thunder, lightning. Mm, Indra is just sending his thunderbolt, Mm, and so much lightning, so much sound. Mm, But it couldn't affect Vrajavas in any way. All Vrajas entered under the mountain, and for 7 days, 7 nights, 7-year-old little Krishna was holding Govardhan on his little finger, and everybody was in great ecstasy. Can you imagine? 7 days, 7 nights, holding such a huge mountain. Mm. Now, Govardhan has reduced a lot in size. In Dwapariga, 5,000 years ago, Govardhan was very huge. But even today, Govardhan is like 22-kilometer perimeter. It's huge. Earlier, it was very, very huge. So Krishna effortlessly lifted for and kept it 7 days, 7 nights. Prabhupada says sometimes people claim I am God. If somebody claims I am God, we can ask them, can you lift this table? Forget Govardhan. Lift this table 7 days, 7 nights. Forget table. You just lift your hand 7 days, 7 nights. Can anybody lift a hand also 7 days, 7 nights? So, but foolish people claim themselves to be God, and those who are even more foolish, they accept such foolish people as God. So one should not accept anybody, ordinary person's God. One should accept God from scriptures. So Krishna is not on God. Krishna is God who is accepted by all great personalities. Vyasa, Asita, Devala, Narada, all Acharyas, Madhvacharya, Ramanacharya, Shankaracharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarkacharya, all Acharyas, Sri Chaitanya, everybody unanimously declare Krishna as God. So we worship Krishna. So when Krishna was lifting this Govardhan, actually in one shot Krishna was doing many activities. Not only Krishna was purifying Indra of his falsehood, but Krishna was also fulfilling desires of all Vrajavasis. All Vrajavasis, when Krishna in the morning used to go to forest for herding cows, at the age of 5, Krishna got that charge of herding cows. So when Krishna was going out, that festival is Gopashtami coming after a few days. So when Krishna used to go, Yashodamai and all gopis, they used to feel separation. Oh, when will Krishna come back? And whole day they will be meditating, when will Krishna come back? And in the evening when Krishna used to return, all his friends, Gopas, used to feel, oh, day is over now, Krishna is going home. Now we have to go to our home. Now when will again meet Krishna? When will this night pass? And when will again morning come and when will again meet Krishna? Whole night, Gopas would not be able to sleep. They were just thinking, oh, when will Krishna morning come and we'll go with Krishna. So always this Vrajavasis will feel separation. They wanted to be with Krishna always. So Krishna lifted Govardhan and fulfilled everybody's desire. For 7 days, 7 nights, everybody was able to be with Krishna. All Gopas, they wanted to be with Krishna. Krishna fulfilled their desire. All gopis, elderly gopis, young gopis, everybody wanted to be with Krishna. Krishna fulfilled their desire. So all together, everybody was there under Govardhan. 7 days, 7 nights. And everybody was in so much ecstasy. Everybody forgot eating and sleeping. Sometimes we wonder, Prabhu, 7 days, 7 nights we have to stay. Immediately, first thing we have to do, where will I sleep? Whether I have sleeping bag, this, that, sleeping arrangement, and what about food? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whether I will get in time or not. So we are just worried about basic things. So here in Vrindavan, when Krishna lifted Govardhan, 7 days, 7 nights, everybody forgot eating and everybody forgot sleeping. Generally, we say when we are in too much anxiety or misery, or we are in too much happiness, it's difficult to sleep, isn't it? In somebody is very much anxiety, can he sleep? Sleep. Or sometimes somebody is very happy, he cannot sleep also. So Vrajavasis was so ecstasy, they were in so much great bliss and happiness, they forgot sleeping. And 7 days, 7 nights. There was a great festival under Govardhan. Outside, on top of Govardhan, Indra was trying his best, sending somewhere the clouds, sending thunders, thunderbolts, and lightning, all these things, and trying his best to destroy mm, all Vrindavan. He was trying his best, sending very powerful winds to blow up Govardhan from the hands of Krishna, thinking that he will blow up Krishna, this Govardhan from Krishna's hand, or no, sending rains, thinking if he can just topple Govardhan, everybody will be killed. But Indra was not able to do anything. Rather, Indra was not able to even disturb one blade of grass on top of Govardhan. Forget blade of grass. He was not able to even disturb one grain of sand or dust. You know? And it is said, Acharya explained, in Govardhan actually there are many wild animals like tigers, lions also. So they started going up and they started screaming towards this thing, because Krishna also sent Sudarshan Chakra. And before waters would fall, it would evaporate. So so there was everybody was fearless, and even animals and trees and birds, everybody was fearless. There was Indra was trying his best but couldn't harm anybody. So, and inside, beneath the Govardhan, there was another big festival going on. So all Brajavasis, their heart desire was fulfilled by Krishna. So Krishna allowed everybody to be together 7 days, 7 nights. So all Brahmanas were blessing Krishna and chanting many mantras for Krishna's good health, long life, and his welfare. All the Gopas, his friends, they were making many funny sounds, cracking many jokes, and laughing, and had a great time. And all gopis, for long, they had a great desire to see Krishna, so they were just from distance drinking the nectar of the beautiful form of Krishna, and in their hearts. And Yashoda was in great distress. Yashoda was wondering, "Hey, my little Lala, he's lifting this hill. His hands will, be in great pain," and she was in great anxiety. She was not thinking, my son Krishna, Lala is, God. She was thinking, my Lala little, it will be too much trouble for him. She was in great anxiety. And so Krishna was respecting with all devotees personally and just fulfilling each and every person's desire. And all devotees were thinking, Krishna is just looking at me, or Krishna is just respecting with me, Krishna is just talking with me. And just everybody was thinking that Krishna is exclusively giving attention to me. So this is specialty of Krishna. Krishna can deal with unlimited devotees simultaneously and completely satisfy them. So afterwards, Krishna, in left hand he was holding Gordon, with right hand he took out his flute and he started playing flute. And when flute started playing, Gordon went in ecstasy, and all gopis went in ecstasy. And Acharya explained, Radharani became so pleased, and she glanced at Krishna, and just when she glanced, Krishna immediately became started trembling. He lost his control. He started trembling, and then Govardhan started. So all other coward people started thinking, "Arey, what is happening? Maybe Krishna is tired. This Govardhan is about to fall." So everybody took their sticks, and started, from below, giving support. And then Govardhan stabilized. Then all Gopas were thinking, yes, just see, because we are holding with this our sticks, now Govardhan is very nicely, stable now. And then Madhumangal started saying, what is your Govardhan, what your sticks are going to do? Actually, Govardhan is not standing because of a stick. He said, I'm chanting mantras. By my Brahma Tejas and by mantras, I am actually lifting Govardhan. So everybody was, somebody was saying, because we are praying to Supreme Lord Vishnu, Actually, because it's happening, and otherwise, little baby Krishna, what can he do, So everybody had their own theory why Govardhan is up, Mm. And nobody could actually understand that it is Krishna and his God, and they never expected Krishna as God, That is out of their love. Krishna covered them with his yoga maya potency so that they can frankly exchange and have loving reciprocation. So, anyway, and all gopis were thinking actually Krishna is able to lift Govardhan because of merciful glance of Radharani. So everybody had their own idea. Anyway, for 7 days, 7 nights, everybody was in so much ecstasy inside Govardhan. And outside, Indra was like so much troubled. And Samvartak were not able to do anything. They went and reported Indra that please forgive, abhi kuch nahi kar sakte. And it was so humiliating for them because they couldn't even disturb blade of grass or even one grain of dust of this thing. So then rain stopped, and then Indra understood that this little boy is not ordinary person. He's Supreme Lord. Then he realized maybe I did a big blunder. So he realized that maybe I have done a great offense and I have to now rectify the situation. He came back to his senses and rain stopped, then sun rose, everything became more beautiful. Mm. Govardhan, because of that rains, actually started shining even more, became effulgent. But no Brajavasi was ready to go out. They were so happy under Govardhan that even if rain stopped, they were happy. But then Krishna sent them, let's go home. And then everybody got out of Govardhan. Then Krishna kept Govardhan as it is, how it was at same place, same location. Mm. And here Indra, he went to his guru Brahaspati and explained the matter. And he said, please, Brahaspati, please save me. Brahaspati chastised him. He said, you fool, how dare you, you offend uh, Supreme Lord. We see all devatas went when they were in trouble and begged Lord that please come. Lord said, I will come. And when Lord was there in the womb of Devaki, they went and prayed. And then Brahspati said, how can you forget? No? And how can you do such a thing? Hmm. Brahspati said, I cannot help you. Better you go to Brahma. So then Indra went to Brahma and he explained the matter. Brahma said, my dear Indra, it's not surprising that you were bewildered, no? I also was bewildered. I also committed the same mistake. I stole the Krishna's coward boys and cows, and I did a big blunder 2 years back. So it's not surprising that you did a blunder. So it's all right. You did blunder, but I'm happy that you want to rectify. But he said I cannot help you in this situation. Hmm. He said if you really need help, you should go to the person who loves Krishna most, and Krishna loves that person, because a person who has loving relation only can help you to mediate and settle and work out the situation properly. So Brahma said you should go to Mother Surbi cow. Krishna loves cows very much, and Surbi loves Krishna very much. So if you go to Surbi is very merciful. She will, if she requests Krishna on your behalf, Krishna will easily forgive. Krishna cannot reject the request made by his devotees. So that is actually our hope. We may have offended Krishna knowingly and unknowingly many times. But if we approach a person who loves Krishna, then if he appeals on our behalf, then Krishna can forgive us and accept us back. So that is the blessing of Guru Parampara. Therefore, we approach Guru, who is a great devotee of Krishna, lover of Krishna. When he requests, then we can be accepted. So we approach Prabhupada, we approach great devotees, Acharyas, we approach, ultimately, all of them approach Srimati Radharani. And anybody Radharani recommends, Krishna cannot reject. So this is secret of the Guru Parampara, which ordinary people don't know. Ordinary people foolishly think they can achieve Krishna's grace. They directly go to Krishna, and Krishna doesn't pay attention to also. So Indra got good advice from Brahmaji. Then he went to Surbi and requested Surbi. mm, And Surbi was very merciful. She said, "Don't worry, let's go." And Indra came with Surbi cow and came to, if you go in Govardhan Parikrama, there's a place called Surbi Kund. There Surbi prayed to Krishna on behalf of Indra and requested Krishna that please forgive Indra. Ignorantly he did such a blunder, but now he's very repentful. He is feeling very bad, so please forgive. So, because the request was made by Surbi, and Krishna loves Surbi cow very much, Krishna immediately forgave. Also, Indra was repentful. So at Surbi Kund, Krishna forgave Indra's offense. So that Surbi Kund is called as Aparad Bhanjan Stali. So devotees, whenever they go to Govardhan Parikrama at Surbi Kund, they beg forgiveness for all the offenses they may have committed knowingly, unknowingly to all devotees or Krishna, and one gets forgiveness. So in today's Govardhan Puja, mm, and on occasion of Govardhan Puja, cows are also worshipped. We understand why cows are worshipped. Why? Because they're very dear to Krishna. You see, Indra was not able to save himself. Brahaspati was not able to save Indra. Brahma was not able to save Indra. Surbi, cow, saved Indra. So cow is very dear to Krishna, mm, and cow can save us. So therefore, we should serve cow. Mm, Surbi or cow is mother, and even if she doesn't give milk, still one should serve. Even a cow dung and cow urine is also very auspicious. So we say that in our spiritual life, we want to progress. mm, Then two things are required. One thing is intervention of a devotee. Without the mercy of a devotee, it's very difficult to progress in devotional service. And second is sincerity. We have to be sincere. We have to be serious and free from ulterior motives. So because Indra sincerely repented and he realized mistake and he took help of Surbi, uh, then he was forgiven. And Krishna was, Indra, when he was forgiven, he was so grateful to Krishna. He was so happy. Immediately he arranged a big uh, uh, celebration to do Abhishek of Krishna on Govind Kund. Mm. So that is a place where Indra made elaborate arrangements. All devatas came and they did Abhishek of Krishna, and they gave name to Krishna as Govinda, master of the cows, master of senses. So, so Indra was very happy and grateful. It was not that after this episode, Indra thought, "Arey baap re, Krishna, did such a humiliating thing for me. Let me go and do some tapasya, let me do something and then get back to him." Hmm. He was happy to be purified. Sometimes we may do mistake and we may be chastised, we may be rectified. So, and one should be happy to be rectified, chastised, or purified. Then that is sign of sincerity. So Indra was sincere. Why? Because after this purification, he was grateful. He was thanking Krishna. Oh, thank you, Krishna. And he worshipped Krishna with very elaborately. And all devatas, together they did Abhishek. And after that, devatas left. Actually, Krishna was alone that time. No, he had come just away from all his coward friends because he didn't want all coward friends to see all this. And when Devatas went, then all coward friends came and they saw, hey, how much paraphernalia is there? Some celestial paraphernalia was there. Immediately they took that paraphernalia. With that, they started doing arti, chamar, different. But that arti and that chamar and that that filled with so much intimacy and so much love. And they were enjoying very much, and Krishna was also very much enjoying that thing. And devatas were watching from top, and they were thinking, "Arey, we did puja, but no, it was not very like no. Krishna did not enjoy, but Krishna is enjoying so much with his coward friends doing the puja." And afterwards, it is said that Mother Yashoda came and he thought, "Arey, what is this Krishna?" And then she also worshipped Krishna, and not for asking anything from Krishna, but she performed worship for protection of Krishna. That my little child, no, he should be always protected and all this thing with her paternal love, motherly love, maternal love. So, so this is a special day of Govardhan Puja. So our Acharya explained Govardhan is called as Haridas Varya, the best of the servants. Haridas. Hari means Krishna Das, servant of Krishna, and Varya, the best of the servants of Krishna. Govardhan is called best of servants of Krishna. We see in Bhagavatam, gopis also glorify Govardhan as Haridas Varya. Gopis are the topmost devotees of Krishna, and they glorify Govardhan as the best of the servants of Krishna. So Govardhan is Krishna. At same time, he is also servant of uh, devotees of Krishna. Mm. So he is considered best of servants because he provides everything for Brajavasis. He gives beautiful soft grass for the cows, wonderful waters, and then caves, wonderful fruits and flowers, whatever is required for service, whatever devotee is required for service, Govardhan provides. So Govardhan is called as best of the servants of Krishna, Haridas Varya. So today on this occasion of Govardhan Puja, we can also pray to Govardhan that we can develop this mood of being servant of Vaishnavas. And uh, it's easy to say that please bless me that I can become servant of Krishna, but or servant of devotees of Krishna, but really meaning it and ready to accept Krishna's blessing in a whatever way it comes, so that we can become better servants. So, and especially becoming servants means becoming free from false ego. Like we see in this pastime, mm, Krishna purified Indra and he deflated his false ego. So we can also pray that may we be free from this false ego, because of which we try to be controllers, masters, proprietors, enjoyers, and we try to become servants of Krishna, especially servants of devotees of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Govardhan Puja Mahamotsav ki. Today is also Bali Pratipada. I will speak 2 minutes and end, because Bali Maharaj is our Acharya. So little bit, because today is special day. It is said once a day Bali Maharaj comes from Sutalok to Earth planet, and once a year, one day in a year, all people of Earth worship Bali Maharaj. That was arrangement Vamandev made. We know Bali Maharaj is Mahajan. Srimad Bhagavatam explains that pastime elaborately, but we don't have time to explain elaborately, so we'll briefly tell how one time Indra offended Brahaspati. When one offends Guru or great personalities, then one becomes bereft of all opulence, bereft of all good fortune. So Indra offended Brahaspati, he lost his good fortune. On the other hand, Bali Maharaj very nicely served Shukracharya, and he became very powerful. And because of that, Bali Maharaj was able to defeat Indra and all devatas, and conquered heavenly planets. After that, all devatas were in great distress and wandering here and there. And seeing their miserable situation, Indra's mother, Aditi, she heart became filled with pain and she couldn't tolerate seeing her children in so much distress. So she worshipped Supreme Lord. She did a great vrata and pleased Lord. And when Lord was pleased, she requested, my dear Lord, please you appear as my son and save my other sons from distress. So we see Lord agreed to appear as son of Aditi and Kashyap, and he appeared as Vamandev. Later on we see when Bali Maharaj was doing a grand sacrifice, Vamandev went to that sacrificial arena. He was little dwarf, little boy. And when he went, he was so effulgent. All the sages, all Brahmanas stood up. And Bali Maharaj could understand here is a great Brahman. So immediately he also worshipped him. And then he requested Vamandev, my dear Brahmana, thank you very much for coming. Please let me know how I can serve you. What charity can I give you? Vamandev said, please give me 3 steps of land in charity. Bali Maharaj was surprised. Only 3 steps of land? And that also, you are so tiny, your 3 steps are very tiny. He said, maybe you are looking small. It seems that your intelligence is also very small. He said, you are coming to Bali, the proprietor of all 3 worlds, and you are asking such a little thing. Hmm? You should ask such thing that you don't have to beg anyone in entire life. If you want, uh, uh, if you want one island or you want something very big, you ask that I can give. These 3 steps is too small. Imagine you go to the richest person in the world and say, give me 1 rupee. He'll say, अरे बाप रे इधर इतना मेरे पास आने की क्या जरूरत है 1 rupee के लिए 1 rupee तो कोई भी दे सकता है. If you are coming to me, ask something great. So Baliman said, अरे ask something. Vamandev said, no, one should be satisfied with little, whatever. Otherwise, this greed is such a thing that if you are not satisfied little, even if you get lot, you won't be satisfied. So he said, I don't want much thing. You just give me 3 steps of plan. And Bali Maharaj said, okay. When he was about to say okay, Shukracharya understood, this Vaman Dev, this little dwarf, little boy, seems to be little but is not ordinary boy. Shukracharya, because he was very learned, he understood he is Vishnu himself. And he immediately understood this Vishnu will trick Bali Maharaj and take away everything from Bali Maharaj, make Bali beggar. Bali is very proud and thinking that he is proprietor of all these things, but Vaman they will take everything and make him pauper, beggar. And then he was thinking, if Vamandev becomes beggar, how I'll be maintained, because I'm maintained by this king, and if king loses everything, how I'll be maintained? So there was Shukracharya. He was so learned, uh, and he could understand his Vishnu, and he understood Vishnu will take away everything, but he did not understand that Vishnu can maintain everybody, he will maintain him also. But he was worried about his maintenance, uh, because he was not surrendered to Krishna. So immediately, because of the selfish desire in the heart of Shukracharya, he misguided Bali Maharaj. And he said, my dear Bali, you don't have to fulfill this promise. You don't have to give this charity because this person not ordinary. He has his Vishnu come in disguise. When Bali Maharaj heard his Vishnu in disguise, he was very happy because ultimately everything is meant, sacrifices is meant for the pleasure of Vishnu. So everything should be sacrificed for the pleasure of Vishnu. So he was very happy. But then Shukracharya said, no, if you agree to give these 3 steps of land, he will take away everything, he will become beggar. So, so yes, when Bali heard it, he said, no problem. Even if I become beggar, You see, I am coming in great lineage of Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, all this are, they never broke their words. They have always given charity. Prahlad Maharaj and my father, all were great charity. Why I should break words for sake of some, material thing, no? People like Shibi and people like, Dadichi, they gave their life for welfare of others. Uh, so I don't have to give life, I have to just give property. So that is easier. Why not I give it? And anyway, to become beggar by giving charity, it's very glorious, isn't it? Somebody's beggar. "Arey, why you are beggar? I gave all property in charity. Such a glorious thing. So Bali Maharaj was very convinced of giving, but somehow Shukracharya was trying to dissuade him. But anyway, Bali Maharaj remembered Prahlad Maharaj and his teachings. How Prahlad Maharaj disobeyed his father and worshipped Krishna, worshipped Narsimadev. Similarly, he disobeyed Shukracharya and went forward to give 3 steps of land in charity. And Vamandev, he took first step and covered over entire higher planets. He took second step, he took over all lower planets. And then Vamandev arranged to bound, bind Bali. And Bali was bound like a prisoner. And when everybody saw, everybody started chastising Bali. Even Bali's wife started chastising Bali. Just see what a fool. He was thinking he's a great proprietor, such ignorant fellow, and this thing. So Acharya's mentioned, wife was chastising Bali so that Lord becomes a little merciful on him. So no, this is like sometimes somebody else comes. I mean, there is fight between two people, and other person very angry. Suppose fight between two children are there or no, or whatever, and there is someone coming to beat children, and if mother chastise child, that other person becomes satisfied. He will not chastise. Isn't you understand the psychology? It was not that she didn't appreciate Bali, but she chastised Bali heavily. So everybody was chastising all this. And Brahma saw it's like a very dangerous situation. No, here is a person who has given all the 3 worlds to Vamandev, and Vamandev is treating him so badly, harshly. He's binding him. And he said, "My dear Lord, I have never seen anyone punishing like this. You know, this is too much of punishment. There is limit of punishment. It appears that you are supreme personality of punishment. इतना punishment history में किसने दिया नहीं? You are patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakti. Even if somebody offers little bit, if nothing is there, little water or little tulsi, you are happy. He has offered all 14 plants and you are so upset and angry and you are binding him. It's very bewildering to understand. So we see Vamadev later on then told Bali. So Bali, you are saying you will give 3 steps of land. In 2 steps I have covered everything. So your promise is broken and you be ready to go to hell now. Uh, so you are destined to go to hell because of breaking the promise. You said I will give 3 steps. Now you see in 2 steps I have conquered everything. Then Bali Maharaj said, "My dear Lord, there are 2 things. One is belongings or possessions, and the person who is having the possessions. The person who is having the possession is greater than possessions. So you have taken all my possessions, but I am still there. So my head is there. So you can put your third step on my head. I accept me as your insignificant, humble servant." And when Bali said that, Vamandev was so pleased. Immediately, Vamandev placed his third step on or feet on Bali Maharaj, and thus blessed Bali with all perfection. To get the dust of lotus feet of Lord is actually ultimate perfection. We see so many great sages performing tapasya for millions of years just to get dust of lotus feet of Supreme Lord. We see that lotus feet of Lord, when he pierced the upper covering, Ganga came. And that Ganga, because it is touched lotus feet of Lord, it has become Charnamrit of Lord, and it's so purifying that greatest of Vaishnava Yatha Shambhu takes that Ganga on his head to purify himself. So to get the dust of lotus feet of Lord is most auspicious. So Bali was so happy. And then Vamandev told Bali Maharaj that I will send you to Sutar Loka. In one way, Sutar Loka is below, lower planet, but actually it is much more opulent than Indra Loka. And also then Vamandev said, you will become next Indra in next Manvantar. So he already appointed him. Now current Indra is Purandar. When his term gets over, next Indra will be Bali Maharaj. He will become next. And third, because Krishna has this promise, Ye yatha mam prapadante. Whoever surrenders to me, accordingly I respect. So Bali Maharaj became voluntarily servant of Vamadev. So Vamadev also voluntarily became servant of Bali Maharaj. He said, I will become your doorkeeper and Sutal Loka. And anything you want, I will be always ready, ever ready to execute your orders. So Sutal Loka is actually as good as Vaikunta because Mahamandev is there. There's no birth, old age, disease, death. There's no fear. There's no misery in Sutal Loka. And personally, Mahamandev is there to see for the welfare of Bali Maharaj and execute all his orders. So just see how loving is Krishna, how Bhakta Vatsal he is. Devotees, he is ready to do anything for sake of devotee. He is ready to become doorkeeper in reciprocation with love of Bali. And Lord also told that once a year, Bali Maharaj will be worshipped by all the people of earthly planet on this day of Bali Pratipada, the next day of Deepavali. Worshipped as a Mahajan, a great soul. So there are 12 Mahajans, one is Bali Maharaj. He became Mahajan by surrendering Atma Nivedan. दैन्य दैन्य आत्मनिवेदन गोप्तुत्वेदन वरन अवश्य रक्षिबे कृष्ण विश्वास पालन भक्ति अनुकूल कार्य स्वीकार भक्ति कल प्रतिकूल भाव वर्जन अंगीकार. So these are 6 symptoms of surrender. So one limb of surrender is to offer everything to Krishna. So Bali Maharaj represents this Atma Nivedana, and thus he becomes Acharya Mahajan. So on this day we worship Bali, and so we can pray also to Bali Maharaj that I can also develop this mood of surrender. Manasa deha jah jo kuch bor arpilu tu apade Nanda Kishore. We can offer everything we have, and we can offer our lives and souls in service and for pleasure of Guru Krishna and Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bali Pratipada ki jai, Vaman Dev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare. Thank you very much.